When we think about the golden era of automotive reality TV, Counting Cars instantly comes to mind. The show, which aired for several years on the History Channel, wasn't just about fixing up cars. It was about the people behind the wrenches, the passion they carried, and the friendships they shared inside the buzzing garage of Count's Customs in Las Vegas. Viewers across the globe tuned in to watch Danny, the Count, Coker, and his crew transform forgotten, rusted-out vehicles into shining works of art. It wasn't just mechanical work. It was creativity, storytelling, and a love for cars wrapped into one program. For fans, watching an episode of Counting Cars felt like hanging out with family, the laughs, the jokes, the occasional drama, and the satisfaction of seeing a finished masterpiece roll out of the shop. Now in 2025, the show has been off the air for a while, but the legacy continues. Naturally, fans wonder, what happened to the cast? Some rumors float around online, especially about certain cast members dying, leaving many confused. Titles like Counting Cars cast members who are dead pop up often, leading people to believe tragedies have struck the crew. The truth, however, is that while the show has seen its ups and downs, and while some cast members have left under dramatic circumstances, the majority of them are still very much alive. Yet the idea of death doesn't always have to be literal. Sometimes careers end, public attention fades, and people vanish from the spotlight. For devoted fans, that disappearance can feel like a kind of death in itself. In this article, we'll explore the real stories of the Counting Cars cast, separating fact from rumor, addressing controversies, and celebrating the lives of the people who made the show special. From Danny Coker's ongoing ventures to the quiet disappearances of fan favorites, we'll dig into what happened after the cameras stopped rolling. No conversation about Counting Cars is complete without talking about Danny the Count Coker. He was the face, the energy, and the driving force of the show. With his trademark bandanas, black outfits, and endless enthusiasm for classic rides, Danny was more than just a TV personality. He was the heartbeat of Count's Customs. After the cameras stopped rolling, many fans worried that Danny might fade away into quiet retirement. Rumors even circulated online that Danny had passed away, but those were nothing more than internet hoaxes. In reality, Danny Coker is very much alive and thriving in 2025. Danny has always been more than a mechanic. While cars were his claim to fame, music was his first love. His hard rock band, Count 77, remains active and continues to perform regularly in Las Vegas and beyond. His wife, Corey Coker, helps manage the band, and together they've turned it into more than just a side project. It's become part of Danny's personal brand. Beyond music, Danny's business ventures are still strong. His restaurants, tattoo shops, and of course the Count's Customs garage remain central to his empire. Even without the TV spotlight, tourists still flock to his Las Vegas shop just to catch a glimpse of the legend in person. Financially, Danny has done well for himself. With a reported net worth of around $13 million, he has proven that he knows how to diversify his income. From television contracts to live performances and merchandise, Danny didn't put all his eggs in one basket. Fans often point to him as a prime example of how reality TV stars can use their platform to create lasting success. For those wondering if Danny is dead, the answer is simple: absolutely not. He's alive, working harder than ever, and enjoying life on his own terms. In fact, some would argue that without the stress of television production, Danny is in the best chapter of his life. His love for cars, music, and business shows no sign of slowing down, proving that the Count is still very much in control of his empire. Shannon Eichow was one of the unsung heroes of Counting Cars. While Danny often took the spotlight, Shannon was the craftsman whose skills brought many of the shop's most impressive builds to life. Fans loved watching his meticulous attention to detail, whether it was restoring a muscle car or designing a one-of-a-kind motorcycle. His calm, steady personality balanced out the louder characters on the show, making him a fan favorite. But as the seasons went on, Shannon began appearing less and less, leading many to wonder what had happened to him. Some rumors even suggested he had passed away. The truth is, Shannon didn't die. He simply moved on. After years of working under the demanding schedule of reality TV, Shannon decided he wanted something different. It wasn't about drama, arguments, or bad blood with Danny or the crew. It was about personal growth. Shannon wanted to take on new challenges outside of the show, projects that allowed him to push his creativity without the limitations of television production. Since leaving, Shannon has remained active in the automotive world. He regularly appears at car shows, charity events, and special restoration projects. His reputation as a skilled craftsman has only grown, and many younger mechanics look up to him as a role model. He continues to inspire others with his patient, methodical approach to restoration. For fans who feared the worst, Shannon is alive and doing well. But in the world of television fame, disappearing from the screen can sometimes feel like a kind of death. His absence left a noticeable gap in the show, and many still miss his quiet brilliance. Yet, outside of TV, Shannon has proven that life goes on, and sometimes stepping away from the spotlight is the healthiest decision a person can make. Kevin Mack's role in counting cars was different from many others in the garage. While some cast members were known for their mechanical skills or wild personalities, Kevin stood out as Danny's right-hand man. He wasn't just a colleague. He was a close friend, someone who had shared years of experiences with Danny long before the cameras showed up. Fans could feel the genuine bond between the two, which made Kevin's sudden disappearance from the show in 2020 all the more puzzling. Rumors began swirling online almost instantly. Some fans speculated that he had died, while others believed there had been some sort of falling out. The truth is simpler but less dramatic. Kevin Mack didn't die, and there is no evidence of a major feud with Danny or the crew. Instead, he chose to step away from the cameras and the hectic pace of filming. Kevin has always been a private person, preferring to live his life outside of the spotlight. Even on the show, he often stayed behind the scenes, making sure everything was running smoothly rather than hogging the camera. After leaving, Kevin remained low-key, occasionally active on social media, but never fully addressing why he left the show. For fans, this quiet disappearance felt like losing a favorite character, almost like a symbolic death. His absence left a hole in the dynamic of counting cars, since his friendship with Danny added a level of authenticity that no script could create. Today, Kevin still values his privacy, keeping details of his personal and family life away from public attention. In a world where many people overshare online, Kevin's choice to remain mysterious has made him even more intriguing. Fans still miss his presence, but in many ways, his legacy is tied to the strong friendship and trust he shared with Danny, something that made the show feel real and relatable. If Danny was the heart of counting cars, Ryan Evans was the creative backbone. His skills in custom painting, design, and fabrication gave many of the shop's projects their signature look. While Ryan wasn't the loudest member of the team, his quiet confidence and remarkable artistry earned him respect both on and off the screen. Fans admired not only his work, but also his ability to stay calm under pressure, even when projects hit roadblocks or deadlines loomed. Unlike Kevin or Shannon, Ryan didn't vanish from the spotlight completely. He has continued to work at Count's Customs, proving his loyalty to Danny and the shop. However, Ryan has always been private about his personal life, and that sense of mystery has sometimes led fans to speculate about him. Rumors about his health or even his death occasionally surface online, but there is no truth to them. As of 2025, Ryan is alive and still deeply involved in the world of custom cars. Financially, Ryan has done well, though not at the level of Danny. His estimated net worth is around $1 million, which is still impressive for someone whose main career has been in automotive work. One of his most personal projects, a custom 1969 Cadillac Coupe, became a symbol of his dedication to quality. Unlike Danny, who owns dozens of cars, Ryan focused on creating one perfect build, a reflection of his personality, precise, thoughtful, and understated. Ryan's continued presence at the shop also shows the different paths cast members can take after reality TV. While some step away to explore other opportunities, Ryan has chosen stability. He may not be chasing fame, but his work speaks louder than any TV appearance ever could. His designs live on through the cars he creates, and for many fans, he represents the enduring craftsmanship that Counting Cars was built on. Not every cast member left Counting Cars on good terms. Joseph Frontiera, who worked in the accounting side of Count's Customs, became infamous for one of the biggest scandals in the show's history. Unlike Shannon or Ryan, Joseph wasn't in front of the camera often, but he held a position of trust handling the company's finances. In 2017, everything changed when accusations surfaced that he had misused $75,000 of company money. Allegedly, Joseph spent it on personal expenses like plane tickets and even a Range Rover down payment. This scandal rocked the Counting Cars community. Fans who had grown to respect the shop were shocked by the betrayal. Worse still, the situation attracted attention from the IRS, which fined the business for late tax payments. For Danny and the crew, it wasn't just about money, it was about broken trust. Danny eventually took legal action against Joseph, and Count's Customs even sued the staffing agency that had recommended him, claiming they had failed to reveal important details about his background. After the scandal broke, Joseph disappeared from the public eye. He cut ties with the show and the crew, leaving fans with little information about where he went or what he has been doing since. This silence fueled rumors. Some claimed he had died, others said he was in jail. In truth, Joseph is alive, but he has completely distanced himself from the Counting Cars world. His reputation took a serious hit, and he remains one of the most controversial figures associated with the show. Joseph's story serves as a reminder that fame and trust go hand in hand. While other cast members built careers on their skills and personalities, Joseph's time on the show is remembered mostly for scandal. For fans, it felt like a darker chapter in the otherwise positive history of Counting Cars. His death in the eyes of viewers was not physical but reputational, a career cut short by poor choices. Scott Jones, another figure connected to the financial side of Count's Customs, also made his mark on Counting Cars. Unlike Joseph, however, Scott was known for his honesty and straightforwardness. His job often required him to be the voice of reason, reminding Danny and the team about budgets, deadlines, and financial realities. Sometimes this caused tension on the show, as his practical nature clashed with the team's creative ambitions. But fans respected him because they could see he was protecting the shop's stability. In Season 3, Scott revealed that he would be leaving Las Vegas to move to Tennessee after the birth of his son. For him, family came first, and that meant stepping away from television fame and a growing career at Count's Customs. Many fans were sad to see him go, but they admired his priorities. His choice reflected the real-life decisions that many people face, balancing work and family. Since leaving, Scott has lived a much more private life. Rumors suggest that he may have opened his own automotive shop in Tennessee, but details remain scarce. Unlike some cast members, Scott has no interest in social media or staying in the public eye. This privacy has sometimes led fans to speculate that he had died, but that is not true. Scott is alive, just choosing to live quietly away from fame. His story reminds fans that not all departures are dramatic. Sometimes people simply choose a different path. For Scott, the love of family outweighed the allure of television. In many ways, his decision highlighted the values that Counting Cars often celebrated: passion, loyalty, and the importance of personal priorities. Rolly Sabo, better known as Rolly the Detailer, brought humor, charm, and a thick Hungarian accent.